I was at a funeral once where a young man had taken his own life. In his culture, men are not meant to cry. They don't even grieve publicly. Worse, if you have taken your own life, you're looked down upon even after death. So many people, to save face in front of others, what they do is they conceal the cause of death. His father stood there, rigid, silent, stone-faced. Everyone around was breaking down. A young man had died. It's a big deal. No one was expecting this, but the father chose to repress all that he was feeling. And on top of that, he even said, if you cry, you're wrong, because he has taken his own life. He was trying to maintain that character in front of people. Months later, I heard the news. The father suffered a severe heart attack. And I wondered, was it really his heart that failed him? Or was it the weight of all those things he refused to feel? The things that he trapped inside. He trapped them until they consumed him. He thought he was holding it well together, but in the end, the pain held him. Let me tell you about the strongest man that I've ever known. This man would not think twice about jumping into a fight physically to stand up for somebody, to stand up for himself, to stand up for what's right. He was never a bully, but he feared nothing. I'm telling you, this man had the heart of a lion. One day, he was talking in quite a public domain. I'd say there was at least, 15, 20 people. And part of the thing is they tell stories of things that happened, and he was about to tell a story of his mother. And his mother had passed away. As he's telling the story, he gets to a point where he stops. I look at him, and he's starting to choke on his words. Suddenly, tears just flowed. Then I saw it. The toughest man I ever knew, crying. Did that make him weak, or did that make him real? Welcome to the Gloire space, where we identify that glory is our birthplace and we choose to live our lives with absolute grace. Today we're going to have more of a reflection. A question that was asked: should men cry? The very question is wrong. You got tear glands? Why? Why not use them? They're part of your system. You got muscles, you use your muscles. You got eyes, you use your eyes. You got laughter, you use your laughter. Why not your tears? How is it that when you use that mechanism, it makes you less of whatever you are? There's definitely an argument out there that says that men shouldn't show their emotions. But hey, when you're happy, you laugh and you show that emotion. Why is it when you're sad, you can't show that emotion? And just remember, if you hold back your sadness, you're going to hold back your happiness too. So what are you doing? Training yourself to feel nothing? What if, just like in happiness, scientists say when you laugh, you kind of balance your hormones and it releases positive hormones into our body? What if when we're sad, there's a balancing effect onto your hormones? So this is talking about it from a physiological point of view. I'm not saying force your tears out, cry when there's nothing, but when it's there, when you're feeling it, when you feel that sadness, why not let them out? Should a man cry? If the tears are coming, let them. Because just as they come, they will go. It's better than if you're feeling the need to cry, you sit there and hold it back, hope it goes away. All you're doing is you're just suppressing, repressing, and that suppression leads you to be paralyzed. You're literally teaching your body, you're literally teaching your mind to be paralyzed, to be stopped, to not be able to react freely, to not be able to express itself. If it's time to cry, cry. It's not a problem. And if you're worried about what other people think, oh, he's a man, he shouldn't cry, and you're worried about that, then tells us who's weak. Not they're not crying, it's because you're worried about what others think. If the tears don't come, they don't come. It's not a problem. But if the tears are coming and you're stopping yourself because a man shouldn't cry, look at David Goggins when he was giving his speech. He had received an award, and then the moment he mentioned his mother and the sacrifices and the memories, and the tears came. There's the strongest man, one of the strongest men on the face of the planet right now, and tears came. The moral is, be genuine. If the tears are coming and it's genuinely authentic, there's nothing more beautiful than that. Be genuine, authentic. Just like when laughter comes and it's genuine and authentic, you let it come. You claim that crying is not part of manliness, but is being free to express yourself. Is that not manliness? When danger comes your way, your body reacts, fight or flight. Why is it when tears come, you don't let it react? And let's put things into context. Sadness is not the same as disappointment. So we're not talking about, oh, things didn't go my way, so I'm sitting here, crying because I'm complaining. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about, I'm overwhelmed by a sadness, maybe a memory. And that urge, sometimes it can happen from happiness, but that urge, that overwhelming emotion gets your tears to flow. We're not talking about, oh, things aren't going right for me. No, we're not talking about complaining. We're talking about the actual emotion. Allowing yourself to react freely is part of being the complete human. This is regardless being a man or a woman. The complete human allows themselves to react freely, to act freely, to respond freely. And crying is a part of us. And what does it mean to be authentic? To be authentic in this regard is when you feel sadness, sit with it. Allow yourself to feel it. Sit with it. Get to know your sadness, because sadness is a part of life. If you are thinking that your life is just going to be up, 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 happy, 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 you're in for a surprise. It will turn sometime, or there will be phases and seasons where sadness will come apart. And when it comes, you need to be evolved in your emotional side so that you can deal with it. Why we watch sadness is not because we want to feel sad or we want to feel happy, whatever. We just need to know that this is part of us. And when it's part of us, we need to explore it. When we explore it, we develop the mechanism, and then we become more emotionally aware, more emotionally intelligent. Give permission to yourself. Allow yourself. Be free to express yourself. Don't teach yourself paralysis. Don't be paralyzed in the mind. Don't be paralyzed in the body. Those are the construct for a good mindset and good living. Tears are not weakness. They wash away what was so that you can build what will be. Restart, rebuild. Let those tears water what's new. And now I will leave you with this. The next time the tears come, don't fight it. Just observe them. Let them do what they do. And just watch and see, how does it affect you? How does it change? I dare you, next time you feel it, let it flow. Just once. And tell me, does it make you feel weaker or freer? If you've ever felt the pressure to hold back, type let it flow in the comments. Let's normalize real strength. Drop a comment below. Have you ever had a moment where you felt you should have let those tears flow and you just held back? Let's talk about it. If this resonated with you, like, subscribe, and share this with someone who you think needs to hear this today. And as always, stay real, stay strong, stay free.